The decreed hour is come. Set forth with my blessing, Prince Noctis.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Take your leave, and go in the grace of the gods.
Right.
What's good, YouTube? It's your host Axel Rose, the Shogun with the slogan, and you are now watching MVP Magazine, and we are now continuing with our coverage of Final Fantasy 15. 10 years in the making, and my god, you can tell when you play this thing for the first time. Now, I tried to stay away from playing the demos and just getting into all the pre-release hype because we've been disappointed so many times this generation already. But so far, from the whole day that I've spent with Final Fantasy 15, this game definitely delivers on all fronts. You will not be disappointed.
Hang in there, buddy! Stay down! We'll keep him busy!
Look! Over here! Quickly! Before he strikes again!
Here it comes! I got your back!
Here you go.
Let's go!
Everything in order?
Now, for people that are new to the series, I'm going to answer your question straight off the bat. No, you don't have to have played and completed any of the other Final Fantasy games to get into and enjoy this one. All of the Final Fantasy games tend to be self-contained in terms of characters, story and location. So as soon as you boot this up for the first time, do not worry if you've never got into the series before or you've never really been a fan of it. This game is something entirely different for Final Fantasy fans and new gamers alike. Now, that being said, it doesn't mean it won't have any of the familiar things that Final Fantasy fans love about the series. There's a load of characters that's been in the ones before that have been remixed and jazzed up to fit this new, more casual and contemporary universe. Like the mechanic Sid has been jazzed up and given a female counterpart, which is his granddaughter, which is really awesome. So yes, people, do not worry. You can just jump into this and enjoy it straight off. You might miss some things, but you'll love it overall.
Y'all ain't never been out this way before, have you? This'll make sure y'all don't get lost.
Now, without spoiling the entire story for you, our adventure centers on Prince Noctis and his merry band of royal guards as they escort him to a ship to get married, and then danger and hilarity ensues.
What are you after this time?
And overall, this party system is nothing new for the Final Fantasy series. Usually in prior games, you're used to meeting members in the world map and switching team members in and out of your party as you proceed. But they're never usually traveling with you in a 3D space together on a world map. And initially, this made me very skeptical. Just from a dialogue perspective, how often were we going to hear the same lines repeat? Would the Japanese to English translate well? How did it all go? And you know what? It works superbly. I'm not going to lie. The overall character dialogue and design is strictly spot on, with lines being quoted not just for simple exposition or to just move things along, but they actually give you an in-depth look to each character's personality and their individual relationships with each other. And the best thing about it is that it goes in tow with the narrative without taking you out just for no reason. Just to say, hey, my name is Noctis and I like to fish occasionally. Everything fits in with the story and is very, very well written. The main change to the gameplay mechanics so far is definitely the combat system. Usually Final Fantasy games of old are a turn-based affair. Now everything is more of a free roaming hack and slash kind of vibe, which is going to be very rewarding and feel very good to first time players of the series. Now, just because the combat has gone all real time, do not think that you have to abandon the element of strategy altogether. The enemies and AI in this game are really smart, and just straightforward attacks will not work. So you still have to keep an element of that turn-based strategy in mind. Now, for all my Square fans who are used to playing games by Square Enix, you will notice that the combat looks very similar to another game made by Square. Yes, people, this is a lot like Kingdom Hearts, just slightly more refined and streamlined, so it doesn't get all messy with having to, you know, watch your MP gauge and so many other things like that. A lot of the attacks, even though they do look heavily real time, can be just performed by holding down the button. So for all my people who are nervous about performing specific combos and button configuration presses, hey, if it's too much for you, you can just hold the button down and still be able to maximize your combat potential. And don't forget, whenever you are tired of one of the game's main quests, you can just hop into one of the mini games. Now, because I'm in the first, let's say, 10 hours of the adventure, I've only run into a pinball game, which is really cool, but really confusing, and this really cool fishing mini game, which is excellent for, you know, picking up extra money here and there and helping out certain people on side quests, which there are plenty all over this huge landscape. So yes, Final Fantasy 15 is definitely looking like the full, robust adventure we'd hoped it would be 10 years ago. But it's actually still looking and playing like a dream to this day. Loads of things to do, big expansive open world, and those graphics are amazing. Like, I haven't even had to talk about those because you can just simply see it for yourself. And in my next video, I will be getting into the PlayStation Pro features and how they enhance the game. So yes, people, that is the end of my first impressions. I am definitely enjoying this game a lot. Definitely was worth the wait. For more footage and more gameplay before the game comes out, you already know, like and subscribe, join the channel and all that great stuff. Make sure you guys have a great day, great rest of your weekend, and yeah, holler at your boy, MVP Magazine. Peace.